Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm platooned up with Drewski and Hoops, and we're on Steps Team Destruction. Let's talk about the map Steps real quick. And this map is one of my favorites. Scouts run the middle. Generally, there's two lines to push. The 1-2 line is the first one, and then the northeast corner is the other one. But in Team Destruction, they spawn right here, and they generally head to the north, so it's tough to defend. You want to try to get them stuck up on this ridge line and use this location along the 2-3 line to defend. There's ridge lines you can defend. Now in the south, they're going to set up a defense probably like somewhere in there, so I like to set up in K4. And then also, if you're on that side, use the red line ledge to defend that I lit up there. That all was really quick, so if you need to, just replay all that and maybe slow it down if you need to. Since it's Team Destruction, we don't have to worry about our base, so we're going to make an aggressive push to the south. And if we can get down here in our E5s, which are a mobile heavy tank, you sacrifice a little bit of armor to get mobility in the E5. And this is one of my favorite tier 10 tanks, probably in the top 5 for sure. Tier 10 heavy tanks, excuse me. And I just love the effectiveness of the armor when you're twitching, because it goes from pile of crap when it's stationary to, if you're making small micro movements in this thing, your armor is so effective. And it takes a really good player or a lucky player to get penetrations in if you're making micro movements. You can be aggressive in this thing. Don't let people tell you this is a support heavy. It's just a matter of how you play it. And the DPM is also fantastic, so you can get shells out generally faster than most heavy tanks. So we got a shot into the IS-7, we get a shot into the Motion's cupola, and even if they're shooting at my cupola, I'm going to be wiggling, so it's not easy. You can see his IS-7 does not have the gun depression to battle here, and he probably wanted to get over and take the corner position, but fortunately we were already there, so he couldn't make that move. The Motion makes a horrendous move, much like his IS-7 teammate. He tries to drive over the ledge to get a pen, and that's not going to work for him because we're all hull down in this little undulation here. So get a track on the IS-4, shoot the Motion's cheek with a heat round, and I'm almost out of heat. I don't even think I was really paying attention to my heat, but with a Motion IS-4 and IS-7 and a Type 4, I really didn't feel too bad for keeping the Prem rounds in. Just about shoot my scout there. Fortunately, he gets out of the way, and then I block my teammate's shot, and then pen his shoulder plate right there. Beautiful shot. I lose my driver, but I do have a med kit. And we crushed that flank, so we just took their 4 heavies and smashed them up. And you can see they started to move through the middle of the map, and that's really to support the north. And so what happens a lot of the times, what I see is the northern spawn will get up into like A4, B5 and try to fight the same ridge that the red team's on. However, once they go up the middle, you're getting shot from 2 different angles. So if you fight from the line that I showed you, the 2-3 line, which we have 3 tanks on, C, D, E, 2, 3, there's a ridge line back there that shoots all the way across the opening in the top. And if they try to counter through the middle, it doesn't matter because you still have everyone in front of you. So it works out really well. Alright, so my games kind of went stagnant here. Fortunately, we find a Conqueror sitting over there, so we get a shell into him. Then we get spotted, and this is a dangerous place to be spotted. We find the 257 here, get a shot into his shoulder plate. And now if you're brawling a bunch of heavies in the E5, it is going to be difficult just because they can coordinate fire. They can take advantage if you have to stop to shoot at them. Then, I mean, you just want to limit the amount of guns looking at you in the E5. You definitely don't want to give up your side. It does side scrape pretty well, and it's got a bullet hull, so it'll get some bounces off the side. But any 90-degree shots into the side are going to go through. This thing has terrible side armor, and rear armor is horrendous as well. So you want to keep the front to your enemy. You want to twitch. You want to try to cover your lower plate if possible, but not necessary. And then just make sure you're wiggling your turret to make sure your cupola isn't exposed. So a fairly quick game here, and we're up to 4,400 damage. We blocked 3,000, got 500 assisted. We're gonna come over on top of this grill, and he doesn't have a fully traversable turret, so we're gonna get a shot into him. He bounces off of me, and then I smash him. And all these shells that are shooting me, that are hitting me, are Drewski, I believe, if I remember right. This is a little while ago, but yeah, he was quite frustrated with me. And it's not, I didn't do it intentional as much as he'd like to say I do. Sometimes I do it, guys, but don't tell him that. But this game was just strictly aggression, and unfortunately I was in the wrong place at the wrong time for him. Ace Tanker, not very impressive one, but just wanted to feature the E5 in its aggressive state. In my opinion, it's one of the best heavy tanks in the game. You just can't sit there like a noob and expect people to not pen you, because if you're stationary, you're going to get killed. It's a lot like the IS-4 and the Panzer 7 in my opinion. So make micro movements, utilize the gun, throw in the heat when necessary, and you can obliterate people in this thing. All right, I'll quit babbling. That's really all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.